She just told him it. If everyone, hello. If everyone could make their way to this side, please. I'm not technically on the program, but I felt like our guests should at least be introduced. We're going to start with Caleb Goodwin. Thank you, everybody, for coming.
Well, good afternoon and welcome, everyone. My name is, as Whitney said, my name is Caleb Goodwin, and I'm the Chief Economic Development Officer for the Montgomery Regional Chamber of Commerce. And on behalf of the Montgomery Chamber, thank you for joining us today for this celebration. For us to celebrate an exciting milestone, the official transition of the Alabama Technology Network to the Alabama Training Network. We're honored to be here with so many of our valued partners, business leaders, elected officials, and community supporters who understand the critical role that workforce development plays in strengthening both our local and state economies. Today's ribbon cutting represents more than a name change for ATN. It reflects a continued and expanded commitment to equipping Alabama's workforce with the skills needed to drive business growth and ensure long-term success. And from an economic development perspective, I have to tell you that that's one thing that makes Alabama successful is our outstanding workforce and our valued partners that make that possible. The Montgomery Chamber is proud to work alongside organizations like ATN that support employers, develop talent, and ensure our region remains competitive. The work ATN does makes a meaningful impact not only here in Alabama, or not only here in Montgomery, but across the entire state. This transition also underscores ATN's strong connection with the Alabama Community College system, whose statewide reach and focus on workforce development continue to open doors for individuals and businesses alike. At this time, it's my pleasure to introduce someone whose leadership has been absolutely instrumental in advancing workforce, training, and education through Alabama for many years. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Jimmy Baker, Chancellor of the Alabama Community College System, to share a few remarks.
It's up to you.
I just strolled through the State House a few minutes ago, and I had the occasion to talk to a few folks. Arthur Orr and several other senators, the majority leader, and in having the discussion with them, I made this point. And I want to make it here in this crowd. In order for Alabama to grow to be what we can be, we already have improved tremendously across the state, but we can be better. And I want to be better. I want everyone else to want to be better. We have to stay focused on making lives better for every child, every household, and every adult that lives within the bounds of this state. And I take that seriously. ATN is kind of probably one of the better tools in the state, that if you said to the average person walking the street, you need to talk to ATN, they wouldn't know what you were talking about in many cases. I always wondered how it became a training network. And now it is a training network. And we're saying that. And it joins at the hip with the community college system. We work in sync. And we're going to continue to do that, but just doing more of that is going to be our goal. You know, this sounds a little, maybe, it might not be too good politic. But, you know, we have 3 entities that are playing in the world of training. AIDT, I'm not sure what the Department of Workforce is doing. I'm sure it has a role. But I am sure of this. The more we improve the services provided by the Department of Education of the community colleges and ATN, as we grow, the state has a greater propensity to succeed. That means Johnny and Jill can get a good education. They can be trained if they need to be trained to get a job when they walk out of the door of the school or later or whatever the case may be. But our mission is to make training available to every person in this state that can benefit from the training. We're making serious progress. But we're just going to have to get better and do more. And probably figure out how to do more on less. That's government in general. But as we go forward, I want you to know we are depending on ATN because ATN provides services that the average person has no clue about. How they help businesses to understand a few things they can do and become more profitable, be more effective and efficient. But more than that, they are in touch with the business community in this state and across the country. And as we continue growing and providing services, those are going to grow along the way. And I believe they're in good hands with Keith Phillips and his crew, doing the kinds of things they do and do so well. I'm excited about changing the name. I understand it better. I hope it's not because I'm slow, but it was confusing sometimes. But as we move forward, there's nothing that can't be done in this state if we work together. And that's what this is all about. The leadership of ATN and the leadership of this office is going to move forward. And I just was assured from a few folks who have a say in the legislature that we're going to be able to do the kinds of things we need to do. That's important. So as we move forward, let's all rejoice in the fact that Alabama can be better, and it's going to be better. Not that it's bad now. that it's gonna be better. But ultimately, we want to help every student be more successful in their lives. That's what it's about. And don't ever forget that. Thank you for coming and help us enjoy this opportunity. Keith. Is Amy here?
She's not.
How do you do this without your wife?
I'm scripted. Very scripted.
Well, Keith is, y'all may not know this, but Keith's wife teaches, and she's the Dean of Health Sciences at one of our colleges. And she may be better than he is. But she encourages him to get good.
Caleb, thank you from the chamber. Chancellor, thank you. Yes, I am scripted because my wife made sure that I was prepared. So she, it is, gosh, I look out and I just can't say how much we appreciate all of you coming to support this today. You know, I look out and I see we have Secretary McNair here, and hey, I'm gonna start naming folks, and I'm gonna leave somebody out. So let me put the apologies out there now. I saw our Secretary of State, Wes Allen, was by earlier. We've got elected officials. We have chamber folks. Actually, we have the chamber board who are here today representing and here to celebrate this. We have business and industry. We have workforce partners from around the state. We have our colleges here. It's just a fantastic day. And if we'd known this many people were going to come, we'd sold tickets. But it is a fantastic day. We've got Board of Trustees members. We have ATN Advisory Board members. And then I've got ATN staff here. We have college presidents here. Just a great day. And for us, this has been Jim Searcy earlier, he and I were talking, and we've been around the Alabama Technology Network in some form or fashion, and I'm gonna promise you, I'm gonna try not to use that name, but we've been around in some form or fashion for 37 years. And we had toyed with changing the name in the past, and Jim says, well, he says, I thought y'all would probably get it done in 40, but we got ahead of schedule, so we're here today. I appreciate the support of everyone in this room, and not only myself, but ATN. We've got industry partners here that we've worked with, and that's the value of what we do. When they speak and talk about the job that we do with their folks, that's where we get our motivation from, is how we serve industry. Today, we officially introduce a name that better reflects who we are and what we do. The Alabama Technology Network is now the Alabama Training Network. This change is intentional, it's strategic, and it's long overdue. While technology is a part of everything that we do, training is our purpose. Training people, strengthening businesses, and supporting Alabama's businesses, our communities, and our economy. I can't tell you how many times early in my career, y'all remember what the Yellow Pages looked like? They don't have those anymore. But someone would find us in the Yellow Pages and they want us to work on their computer because we were the Alabama Technology Network. Well, as time has evolved, Governor Ivey mentioned we're 24th in the nation in fiber optics now. We would have been 22nd if ATN had been a fiber optic company, because we got a lot of those calls. But this is, if anything, this adds clarity. But I'll say this, over the years, as that has led to confusion, people assume the IT or software, when in reality, our work is hands-on, employer-driven, and focused on workforce readiness and upskilling of workers. What businesses call us for is training, incumbent worker training, safety, leadership, process improvement, skills development, and ultimately because they see results when ATN delivers. The word training clearly communicates that mission without explanation. This aligns directly with the mission of the community college system, and we work with a lot of our sister, if you will, organizations, our sister colleges around the state, delivering workforce development and assisting them. We bring capacity in areas maybe where they don't have the capacity, but we do. So the training network is really what we have evolved to be over the last several years. And let me be clear, this is not a change in direction. The name positions us for the future without leaving behind our foundation, what got us here, and that's important. Our mission, our people, and our commitment is helping Alabama businesses remains exactly the same. What do we do to improve their productivity, safety? How do we make those businesses sustainable and continue to employ people in Alabama and in our communities? We're grateful for the ACCS leadership, the Board of Trustees, our community colleges, our industry partners, those who trust us with their most valuable asset, and that's their people. The ribbon cutting today represents an alignment, a focus, and momentum. We're proud to move forward as the Alabama Training Network and committed to training Alabama's workforce and strengthening Alabama's economy. So with that, I'm going to ask for the Chancellor, my ATN staff, let's see if there's some Board of Trustees members here, and then also my ATN Advisory Board members. I have a few of those. If y'all will come forward and we will cut the ribbon.
Several rows.
Yeah, several rows.
Step out. Do we need to keep coming forward?
All come around this way. Let's see, let's make it a little longer on this side. Hold it up right here. Still have to maybe get behind the podium some.
Oh, I'm standing back there.
Trying to.
Let's see. Can we get them all up there? Okay, these over here, squeeze in a little more, this right here. Take some pictures, maybe on this side, Joe, come over here. You and then I'll tell. Let's see if I got everybody. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna count to three, and on three, cut the ribbon. Okay, 1, 2, 3.
If everybody will please take an opportunity to enjoy our refreshments, we also